Hey guys, we just got a new Vesteria update and here's everything you need to know. If this video helps, make sure to like and subscribe and let's get into it. Moonstrider boots got added. You can walk on quicksand and you get 1.5 times move speed while walking on quicksand. Dragon monk garments now give 15% warding instead of 15% block chance. Artifact Aegis and Bulwark of the Order both give 50 more HP. Jade Tomb has a 65% PvP modifier instead of 50. The Pincer's attack speed got buffed from 10% to 15%. The Abyssal Dagger now does 85% damage instead of 75% in PvP. Starstream Dagger now grants 8 intelligence and its radius has been increased, but its mana also has been increased. Arcane Greaves give 5% warding instead of 25 magic defense. Ice Climber Boots give 3 jump instead of 3 PvE jump. Vampiric Boots give 2 stamina instead of 1 and 1.5 walk speed instead of 0. Now we get into the updates that actually matter. Shields as a whole got a buff. Jade Shield gives less HP but has a bigger knockback reduction. Jade Shield gives 300 HP instead of 350, but its knockback reduction got increased from 30% to 50%. Crustacean Shield gives 20% warding instead of 45 magic defense. Ornate Shield gives 10% warding instead of 10% block chance. Ram Bash ability from Ram Shield's distance has been increased to 60, and the power has been increased to 10x. The Dragon's Embrace skill radius has been increased from 3 to 5. Tahafa's Buckler now gives 1 stamina. Now overall Knights also got a buff. Defensive stance scales out of 7 skill points. The stored damage multiplier went up to 2x. The PvP mod went down to 90%. The cooldown is down to 15 seconds. Damage reduction is up to 25%. Grants knockback immunity. Ally radius is increased to 40, and it scales with your ability radius. Cleave also strikes 5 times regardless of how many points you put into it. Its power has been increased to 1.5x. It only does 60% damage in PvP instead of 90, but its cooldown has also been reduced to 6 seconds. Shield Bash scales out of 5 points. Its power has also been increased to 6x. It only does 40% damage in PvP instead of 90. The distance is 30 and the cooldown is 6 seconds, no matter how many skill points you put into it, although the stun duration does now go from 0 to 2 seconds depending on how many skill points you have. Chain Pull's power has been increased to 6x. It does 70% damage in PvP. Its cooldown has been changed to 6 seconds and projectile speed to 150 no matter how many skill points you put into it. The stun duration went from 1 to 3 seconds, although in PvP it's down to 25%, which is only 0.75 seconds. The taunt duration is now 15 seconds regardless of how many points you put into it, and the cooldown starts at 40 seconds with 1 skill point, but it still goes down to 25 when you put all your skill points in. There were also a lot of bug fixes mainly regarding quests. You can now dual wield revolvers, which is pretty cool. Cleric also got some changes. Judgment's range is now 60 instead of 50 with a 0.9 second windup instead of 1.2, and it changes targets depending on which one will help the most. Player's windup got decreased from 0.9 seconds to 0.7 seconds. Light Barrage attacks faster. Spear of Light has 600 power instead of 500, and the projectile range is 200 instead of 128. Resurrect grants a longer damage increase duration from 15 to 20 seconds. Now finally, the moment everyone has been waiting for and probably the most impactful part of the update, Fish Throw got a buff. When you get 150 strength, it now has a 2.5 times damage multiplier and a 3 times size multiplier. Overall, this was a pretty good update, and the main things I'd be excited for are the Fish Throw buff, and I also haven't tried dual wielding revolvers yet, but I heard that it's pretty good. That's basically everything you need to know for this update, and if anything else happens, I'll make sure to let you guys know. If this video helped at all, make sure to like and subscribe.